Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gemma's Window. It is August 2020, and if you are a power year number 2, then you're at the right place. Now, if you just look in the calculation box below or on my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com, you'll find the way to calculate your power year number. You can always get a hold of me too if you need help, and I would be happy to help you. If you're a power year 2, you're at the right place. And if you are, that means you're in the month of 1, new beginnings. So let's review what those numbers mean. Now, 2s, it's a great year for you to make a commitment, to become a couple. It's a great year for you to increase your family or to have good luck with increasing your family if you've had trouble. It's a year where you will be met with opportunities to be the peacemaker, to be a team member, to smooth things over. You might have surprises that happen to you or windfalls that happen to you in the year of 2. Now, the month of 1 in August is about new beginnings. It can be that you come up with a good idea, or it could be the actual month where you begin a new job or a new title, something like that. The other thing about 1 is that 1 is an original, 1 is a pioneer. It's very similar to the Aries. And you may have to stand apart from others in this month and stick up for yourself and what you really believe is right. And it may not be the popular vote, but that's what 1 means. If you're in a 1 year, or you're in a 1 month, or you're having a 1 day, it's the day of originality and possibly standing up for yourself. Let's start like we always do, and let's take a look at those of you 2s who are looking for, not looking for work, who are working in this month of August. You're a power year number 2, you're working in this year of August, and let's take a look at what the workplace looks for you. Now, as I had just said in the first reading that I just recorded, I guess I really thought that by August we'd be moving into a different place in the United States when it comes to this virus, but we're kind of not. And I think it's even a longer haul than I ever anticipated. So, that said, another thing I want to mention to you 2s, and I'll always remind you of this, any words that are said in this reading are for you. So if I give a reading under romance, but it fits your work situation perfectly, that's what it's for. All words that I say are for you in this reading of 2. And I try to divide it up to make it more specific, to make it easier to understand, but all words are for you. Okay, 2, what do we have here? Okay, at the workplace, I feel like there have been a lot of delays. And, of course, some are obvious. I'm sure it has to do with, we're coming back this month. Oh, we're coming back that month. Oh, the clients are coming back this month. Oh, the clients are coming back that month. Nothing doing. You're waiting. So you're in this month of new beginnings. And what I have is that some of you are going to opt to leave where you are. You're going to opt to leave where you are at work, or a particular project, or a particular location, or you're going to opt to still work from home. The feeling that I have here for you 2s is that this is not a negative. It's actually got a positive feel, because you're not wrong. Even if it's a strike, or if it's a unanimous decision by you and the other employees or your team or co-workers that say, we're not comfortable coming back yet onto the workplace. We're not comfortable. I mean, I'm in New Jersey. New Jersey and New York are pretty scary places, and with this virus, and of course now other states across the U.S. are. And so you may all revolt, and you might all say, no, 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 we're not. And it's very positive, even though I know I'm giving, information that sounds maybe a little bit of a conflict. It's not, because you have the support from others to make the decision that you need to make that is best for you in this time in the workplace. Um, Choose, and I think you'll do it with elegance and good communication skills, because it's a challenge for you in this year. It's meant to be, and you're meant to think before you speak, and you may even be the leader of the group, the spokesperson, because you're in this year of two. Somehow it falls onto you, and it's a positive feel to the cards. Let's take a look at twos who are looking for work in this month of August 2020, and you're in this month of new beginning. So far is a very emotional. Okay, it's a very emotional. You know what? Twos. The timing isn't right. The timing isn't right. I feel like you've been like that. You know that expression of that smarts. Like, it hurts. It's like something that you were thinking was going to work out. Something that you were thinking was coming. Something that you were thinking that you would be up to maybe taking on or doing. I don't have it here, and I feel like the new beginning part of this scenario may be that you realize it's crumbling, it's not going to happen, and it's not going to work, or you're not going to be able to come through with what you thought you could. When you are in September, in the month of two, that's the month of working with others, teamwork, people understanding you, understanding where you're coming from, understanding what you need and what you're capable of doing, and vice versa, you understanding too what is offered, what will change down the road. But I just feel you feeling sad and feeling bad, and maybe you made a hasty decision somewhere along the line, or said something hasty, because there's a little guilt going on here. So for some of you, you may feel like, oh my God, I'm not contributing, I need to do more or have more. But I just don't feel like it's meant to fall into place for you this month. You're meant to stick to your guns of, well, I didn't want to do that. I always said I didn't want to do that, but now I'm wondering, should I just take anything? No, not the case. Not the case for you. We'll be interested to see what happens in September. And I hope that for some of you who need to hear it, get the answers, that makes some kind of sense to you. Now we're going to shuffle the cards, and we're going to look at relationships. So let's look at relationships for our number twos. Twos, this is a make it or break it year for you. It can mean that you make a commitment. It can mean that you break up, but it is a year where you are meant to find that couple, that special person, and maybe even increase your family. So let's take a look at twos who are in a relationship, and let's see what advice from Spirit is today for you. Okay, I find you a little bit irked. Okay, and let's see what our... Okay, I feel like what I have here, twos, you're in this month of new beginnings, and I feel an impatience that, for goodness sakes, you laid it all out. You did what you had to do. You've said what you've wanted. They've said what they've wanted, possibly. You thought it was all going to fall into place, and it's not. There's a longer waiting period, twos, and it's meant to help you learn things about life, things about the relationship, things about what your goal is, what you've been up against, the conflicts that you've had. It's meant to be dragged out a little bit longer. This is interesting because this is a whole different read than what I've been doing today. There's no quick fix, twos. It's a challenge. There are challenges that are meant to be lengthy and take time for you to learn and to have wisdom and to have patience. There's more to learn for you coming up, and again, we're talking about relationships, but across the board, there's more for you to learn before an outcome happens. Also, you're in the month of 1. You may have opened up Pandora's box, and you may say in month of 1, I hate your family. You might say, I hate that we've been living footloose and fancy free with a little commitment, and I want a bigger commitment. You may have to wait to get it, but it might be the beginning of what you feel. You have to lay it out on the line and say what you need. Oh my goodness. Okay, twos. Let's take a look at, for those of you who are looking for love, looking for a relationship, or looking for a reconciliation of a relationship. So, those of you looking for a reconciliation or somebody coming around, if we take the feeling of the first part of this reading is about wait. It's not time yet. Let's take a look at the second part of this romance reading. For those of you looking for a relationship, okay, there you are, Ace of Pentacles. That is someone looking to build someone new. And what we have in your past is you're trying to maybe put it out there. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, so I have in your past that you're putting it out there, that you may have put it out there to someone that you've been seeing or have known and said, this is what I want. And it might wrap it up. And then you move on and you meet someone else. Or you may put it out there to that someone, say what you want, and it recreates itself and turns it into the relationship that you want. For example, you've been friends with someone and you've decided that you want to see them. For example, you've been texting someone and you say, or communicating online, and you say, enough of this, let's meet in person and see how it goes. It's a very positive outcome for you. So even if you end one thing to begin another thing, it's a very positive outcome for you. You do make headway in this month of 1, that something is or isn't working. Let's nip it in the bud. That's totally power year number 2. We have our Ace of Pentacles about recreating. We're going to create something new or recreate something that has been into something new. That's your 1. Month of August moves right into a new relationship. So this month of August going into September looks very good for you, those of you who are trying to get that new relationship on its feet, or get that reconciliation, a final answer of what it's going to be, and is it going to be them you work it out with or someone new? That's good too. So I'm glad. I like to report good news. That's of course. Who wants to be the messenger of iffy news? Not me. We are now shuffling the cards, and I'd like you, number 2s, to ask any question you'd like. It can be about work, it can be about love, it can be, again, or it can be about something brand new, and it can be about anything at all. And what I'm going to ask is, what's the best outcome our 2s can expect from any question that they have? So what you'll do is take my words and tweak them to fit your question. Just don't change the outcome. It might work. I might say it's going to work. I might say it's not going to work. I might say there's no answer. You're in limbo. That's still going to remain. Okay, 2s, let's take a peek at what we've got. At what's the best that we can expect. Okay. This is nice. Okay, twos? There's worry and there's upset, and it's usually about issues outside of a love relationship. So it can be about children, other family members, your lover's best friend. It can be about coworkers, something along those lines where it's not necessarily about your loved one, but that you or they, or the two of you, have been suffering from worry about issues outside of your own relationship, or the main relationship, or your boss. But what I have happening is that whoever you need to understand who's the big person in your life, whether that's your love interest, or a doctor, or a professor, whoever you're thinking of, they're gonna see the big picture, and they're going to understand where you're coming from or what's been happening, and they're going to stand by your side. A little bit of the conflict of the situation is that you're going to then move into a period of time where there's a lot of waiting for an outcome. So let's say you're trying to have a family and you start going to a fertility doctor. It looks like, you've got your spouse on board, you find a good doctor, and then it's just a waiting period. It's a waiting time of getting things off the ground. So it's not an overnighter, but you're finally getting things aligned to move forward in the way you would like things to move forward. And let's say you're seeing somebody and they have conflicts. They have conflicts with their own children from another relationship, or whatever. Their parents are a real pain in the butt. You come to an agreement this month and an understanding, and you've got them on your side. Then you're going to take on this issue together. It's very, very nice, twos, and I'm going to leave it at that. If you haven't subscribed, I wish you would. I'd love to have you. And if you'd like to know anything more about me or get a hold of me, please jump on to gemmaswindow@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to help you and assist you get your power year numbers if you find the calculations confusing. So for now, we will see you in September. Bye for now, twos.